to the Spit Bucket Hotel Party. Thanks for joining us.
Sour cream and onion potato chips. Wow, you can just taste that. Sour cream.
Alright, well, that was good enough, Omar.
Alright, everyone, welcome to this episode of The Spit Bucket. And this one, we're doing a little bit of a different flavor. This one is also sour cream and onion, potato chip flavored. Wow! Joining me at the I can't start it like that. That was horrible.
That was weird.
He said, wow.
Wow! Alright, we are recording this episode directly after last week's episode, so we'll see how this shit goes. So if you guys listened to last week's episode, you know exactly who the fuck is at this table. I can't believe we're starting over. I'm seeing that. I feel like I've been here for 3 hours, and I'm looking at the clock. It says 19 seconds. Alright, but at the table, again, still a little mad from last episode, but that's okay. It's Jam Ginto, everyone.
Mad? For what? Because you didn't wait for me?
They'll never know what that's about because they just started listening to
No,
this.
I'll tell them because you didn't wait for me to have your first kiss and I waited for you.
Alright, and also at the table, just got out of prison, our very own criminal. It is Erik Mendoza.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. I guess. Just don't call me that anymore.
We're going to start our own It Takes a Thief, and you'll be the one that can host that show.
Oh, yeah.
You guys remember that? I used to try to get home early to watch that show on Discovery.
I forgot what I used to come home. I used to try to get home to watch something early, so I'm trying to think of what the hell it was.
Oh.
I know. Well, it's still hot in my opinion, but I remember. Well, not like that way. I mean hot like trending wise. But I remember like when Walking Dead was hot, to like the point where like I would like invite everyone, and whoever show up would basically come to watch me yell at my TV for like an hour and a half. I remember I'd get out of work with enough time to speed home from where I was working, just so I could come home and yell at my TV. That show used to get me hot.
I remember my mom used to record after kindergarten. She would record Hamtaro episodes on a VHS. So I would be so excited to come home, pop that boy in.
Yeah. So now we don't have Jams Bautizo. We just have we just have episodes of Hamtaro.
Yeah.
All right, and also at the table, hopefully he won't have to leave, but he's got to go to work soon. It is Alan Mendoza.
Hi. How you doing? That's great. That's great.
It's like an episode of Dora the Explorer.
If we were in an Alan dating simulator, give us a line.
Here's your pizza.
Would you like to try our special?
Do you want to rub my feet? All right, Alan, have you ever heard of Pizza Dare? Do you know what a Pizza Dare is?
No.
All right, so a Pizza Dare is when people enter the door naked for their pizza men. Has that ever happened to you?
Wait, when they answer the door naked?
Uh-huh.
No, that's never happened to me.
No?
Nothing.
Wait,
I
what's
mean,
supposed to happen?
the weirdest thing
Nothing.
that's ever happened when I like knock on the door for a delivery is there was a domestic violence.
Oh, Jesus
incident.
Christ.
Like I could hear them screaming and like throwing shit, and then the girl opened the door and she was like tearing up. She looked like she was ready to go out to a club or something, and then the guy was like in his sweatpants, and she opened the door and she's like crying and trying to hold her tears in, and like the guy's like clearly pissed off, trying to like give money out of his wallet, and I'm there just like, holy shit, dude! It's like in the middle of North Chicago,
That's not sexy at all.
12:40 at night. It was bad. It's like, and
Maybe she was the lady of the night.
maybe I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like tears of like, where's my money? It was more of tears like my marriage is falling apart or some shit like that.
Yikes.
It wasn't too good. And then like
That's not hot.
I've had other
Say been there.
interesting, because like there was this delivery that I had. It wasn't like bad or anything, but I remember it was in the middle of the night, and I don't remember. Do you remember when Mom and Pa started leaving us home alone?
Started leaving us.
Like without a babysitter. It was when I was like 13 or 14, right? And you were like 12.
I think it might have been the other way around. I might have been like...
You might have been older?
You might have been older.
I might have been the 13, 14 one. Because by then you could even drive. Or like, well, you had a car to drive. You couldn't drive. You legally.
No, you guys were just taking that go-kart everywhere?
Yeah, so like this little girl answered the door. And I was like, "Oh, hi." It's like, I don't know. I don't want to be like, "Where are your parents at?" You know, like,
yeah.
like, "Oh, like I got a pizza for Emily," and she's like, "Yes." And she told
She
her,
said, "I'm Emily."
I told her the price. It was like $9. It was like a small pizza. And then she's like, "Okay, hold on." She
That's
like
cute.
closes the door, And then she like comes back with her piggy bank and gives me like a bag of quarters, like exact change. And I was like,
no,
"That's adorable.
That's so cute.
That's adorable,
That's
dude."
adorable. Where are your parents?
Yeah.
That's
So like because
that's cute. I want to cry with how
it was
cute
like a little 12-year-old, but she had like a little bit of an older sister, but not old enough to be taking care of like two kids. And she's like, "Emily, did you order a pizza?" And she's like, "Yes, yeah." Like, yeah. She like so she got on her phone, ordered a pizza online, and then like
And then Alan said,
bad.
"Where's my tip?"
no, honestly, like it was just so adorable that I couldn't care less that I didn't get it. It was like
That's cute.
It was so cute. I'm like, dude, that's adorable. But it's also it's like, where are your parents?
All right. Well, I guess no one's out. Well, hopefully in 2020, someone answers the door for you topless, and you get.
I just hope that it's a woman. God damn it.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Because like I've heard stories
You won't
of
get
like
the tip you're looking for.
yeah, my boss has told me the story about how like someone was like fucking upstairs and she was like clearly like knocking on the door and she they basically made her wait outside for like 2 minutes. And I'm like, dude, that's generous because like
She answers the door. She's like, "That's it."
yeah, because when someone doesn't answer the third phone call or the third knock, I just
That's fair.
like I don't got time to be waiting for people.
This pizza is now a pickup order. But also, that's the table. We're still not through the intros. But he's been sick. He went to the emergency room, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull out my Monster Reborn and bring back Mario onto the field.
You're nasty for that one, boy.
You,
Am I using that card correctly?
yeah. Well, I mean, technically, if I was dead, you could
I'm sorry, Mario. Hold on.
rip. That was me. At the hospital.
It's Dora in the emergency room.
Oh yeah, actually, look.
Ooh.
You got a new tattoo?
No,
Is your arm about to come
look
out?
at this shit.
Okay. You got a big old bruise?
Yeah, because that lady fucked me up.
Hell yeah. Hey, which hospital you go to?
Condell in Libertyville.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say.
She said something here. Let me see your arm.
She
I can't find your vein because you're dehydrated. And
So she
did it on
pulled
both
some toga
arms.
shit on you?
Yeah.
She became you after she took your
If it
blood?
was toga, I'd be fine with it. Let's-
Did she compliment your anime tattoos?
No, she was actually kind of rude.
Really? She said, "What the
Yeah,
fuck
she was
this
like,
shit?"
"I'm gonna do this thing. Don't slap me. Don't move." I'm like,
What?
"What the
Yikes.
fuck? Okay." And she
I'll
like
slap
stuck
whoever the
something in
fuck
my
I
nose.
want.
It was really
You're
strange.
like, for my hospital bill, I get to slap whoever I want.
And I was just like so out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So her just being like moody didn't help me. Like it made me feel worse. Like I get it. You
Yeah.
don't want to be here. I
You're
don't.
like, I don't
want
wanna
to
be
be here. They dropped 2 IVs on my ass.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I was dripping.
He took a video. He said, "I got that drip." What y'all doing? So the reason that we're actually recording these 2 episodes back to back is because the Monday before this episode dropped, I turned a whole crisis years old. I'm 25.
Big 2-5.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I actually don't like that at this point.
Quarter
I'm 25.
Hell yeah.
Damn, you're
Quarter of the way done.
You're a quarter old.
Complaining about 25.
I am complaining about 25.
Dog, we gotta start having kids, dog.
That's why. my internal clock is ticking, boys.
Nah, I'm just vibing.
Yeah. Monday was my birthday. You guys can go ahead and wish me happy birthday at _ the Shark Boy. The show would not exist without me. Full heel turn 2020.
Nasty.
I'm just kidding. But no, I am 25 now, and that kind of sucks.
It only sucks because this is the last like big birthday until you hit 40.
Because now I could rent a car.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
no.
that's what I was gonna
Well, I
say.
think 30 is a pretty
No,
big one.
because I swear,
Well, it's a depressing
I
one.
swear
Yeah,
there's
that's
something
depressing.
after 25 that you still have to be like a certain age to do. I can't remember, but if it is just 25, then yeah, you've reached your limit.
This
You
is
are
my
fi-
peak.
you
I'm
are-
peaked.
You are officially like as old as you can get.
Doesn't matter anymore.
No, nothing matters.
Oh no, wait, no,
you're
never mind.
26, you're off
Fif-
of your parents' insurance.
No, I forgot.
No!
no, it's 50 because that's when you have to get a prostate, right?
That's 60. I think.
60?
Dude, I give him myself every week. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Am I fine?
at what age?
Am I?
let me find out. All right, here we go. All right, boy, you good?
Okay.
Just make the whistle sound. I can't even do it. I've lost all my teeth at 25. At what age can I stop getting drafted for this World War III that's coming up?
27. 6.
God damn. All right.
Well, you could just be like me and not pass a drug test, or be like Eric and have a criminal record, and you'll be
That's
fine.
true.
Or
No,
be
because
me and have
they'll probably send
diabetes.
all the criminals first. They'll be like, we don't need these guys anyway. I'd be mad.
Dude, you're gonna start whenever you go to Iran, you're gonna start taking all their couches apart.
Damn.
No couch is safe.
No couch is
Deadass.
safe when Eric's in your town. Y'all ready? What's your Call of Duty stats at right now? Purposely really bad at shoot 'em ups, just for when World War III came up.
I don't even play Call of Duty. I can't stand
My
that game.
KD is actually pretty good.
All right, Mario, you're going to war.
Your kill
Nope.
death ratio.
Too old, too fat. Can't see.
Too much of a liability.
Dehydrated.
Always dehydrated. Even though I drink so much water. And I'm drowning in pussy, so I don't know.
You
How
can't
he's
swim.
dehydrated.
You can't swim.
If he's drowning in pussy, how he be dehydrated?
Facts. Facts, bro. Facts.
We were talking about birthday stories earlier, and you guys said you guys have a few. I've never really celebrated my birthday, so I don't know how to. What have you guys done on your
There was
birthdays?
that one time I threw you a little shindig.
That was cute, where I turned 23 during my prime, where when I stood up, I didn't get dizzy.
Just
Your
think about
knees
it
didn't
like
hurt.
this.
My
Men-
knees didn't hurt when it rained.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like once you hit 25, well, for me, I stopped keeping track of how old I was after 25.
Me too. I forget that I'm not 21.
When people
Sorry.
tell me like how old are you, like I'm not even kidding. There's a pause like for me to figure it out. And
Honestly, though, me too.
after 25, you start to realize that like everything that hurts only just gets worse.
No,
I'm not even like
This
that's
isn't.
Yeah,
I don't like
it gets
this.
worse.
Keep track of what it is that hurts, because it'll get worse.
it's gonna get worse.
Make a list right now
I
and then
promise
compare
you.
the list to like
next
this
year,
December. Yeah.
because it'll be worse.
Right
next
now, my eyes hurt.
Hold on. Don't you go to the gym?
Yeah.
You're fine. If you keep a healthy lifestyle, you won't end up terrible like the rest of us.
But I'm also winded all the time. It's doing nothing.
Hey, not gonna lie though, sometimes when we're done,
Dude, I gotta sit down because the room starts
he
spinning.
sits down, his ears start ringing, and I could like feel like his pulse going through like.
You know in
his
Call of
veins.
Duty when you start dying and then everything starts getting dark in the corners? That's me after every single time.
Maybe you need to
But is that you, or is it because
Or is it because
of
of
jam?
me?
Yeah, Jam's like literally. Is that how you're staying so young?
Yeah.
You're taking my life
Dude, I'm
force?
sucking the soul.
She's
out
like
of
a
this man.
what are those called?
He's
Psychic
not
vampires?
making a pee.
A succubus.
No, it's psychic.
It is succubus. No,
A psychic vampire? It's
no,
a
it's
psychic.
succubus.
Yeah,
Succubus.
Jam's like that.
Succubus, like-
Do you guys remember the live action Scooby Doo movie where they were collecting souls? That's Jam.
Hell yeah. We don't need to get into
No, we don't
it
have to get
today.
into it. We don't have to get into
We
it.
don't need to get into
Cases. Cases, I don't know how to
Cases, I'm
celebrate
good at my
birthday.
job.
No, I'm not gonna. No,
Oh,
that's-
oh.
Actually, what happened was kind of illegal, so I don't know if we can actually even talk about that. So, you
There
guys,
was
wait,
an
what?
exchange of services for something of monetary value.
yeah,
Let's just put it at that. Yesterday between us.
yeah,
Oh.
This happened yesterday.
yeah.
That's how you keep the relationship fresh.
Dude, fucking tell me about it. And the thing is that I'm pretty cheap. This was like a $15 thing that I just didn't want to buy, and then I found it online for $10.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, can you match this price? Any other girl would have asked for like a nice like a bag or a pair of shoes. I asked for this, and I'm not going to specify what it is because it is a little embarrassing.
But it was
makes me very
only
happy.
$10.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
All right, but
And then this man has the nerve. She's like, "How much do you think that was worth?" And I'm like, "What? You tell me."
we were walking around the store, and then she was like, "Can I get this?" I'm like, "Well, you're the one who did this nasty thing, so you tell me how much you think that's worth." And she just happened to pick something that was $10.
I'm a humble queen.
But I also think that this is illegal, so we
Yes,
shouldn't talk about this. Forget I said anything. How have you guys celebrated your birthdays?
I'll go first just because I don't have too many. When I was younger, when my dad still lived with us, I was
Hey, fuck
scared
those
of my
times,
dad.
am I right?
Yeah, so I was scared of my dad, like super scared of my dad. There's this one specific time that my family likes to talk about, and they're always laughing about it.
But it was traumatic for you.
Yeah, but to me,
I have a lot of those
it
ones,
wasn't
too.
funny because, like, my dad let me get this necklace that he would always wear that had, like, a dog bone or a dog tooth or something.
A dog tooth.
Not a
Yeah.
shark tooth?
I don't remember what the fuck
Because my
it
dad
was.
had a chain with a shark tooth on
It was a tooth. I don't remember what it was, though. And did we have the same dad?
Dude, I swear to God we did, dude.
You ran away from his house to go to yours, and yours to his.
Damn.
And
That's why both of you never saw him.
Buff? Did you say buff you?
Both of them.
both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so he gave me the necklace for like my birthday or something, and we're having the party, And I didn't bring the necklace because I didn't want to lose it. So I left it at home. I went to my grandma's to celebrate my birthday party. And then he, like, grabs me by the arm and takes me to a room. And he's like, "Where's the fucking necklace?"
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, "Oh, I left it at home because I didn't want to get yelled at. Or I didn't want to lose it."
Because if I lost it, I'd get yelled at.
Yeah, and he was like, "You stupid little fucking brat, I fucking told you to wear it, blah, blah, blah." And I just come out the room crying. And then my uncle, being my uncle, look, he's crying. Quiere llorar. So it was one of those things where, like, and there's pictures of this specific one, and my family likes to bring them up.
And they're like, isn't that a cute memory?
Yeah, and, like, I mean, if you don't know the context, it's funny. Like, it's a funny picture of me crying. But because I know the context, I never laugh at it. Like, I'm just like, okay.
Like, okay, got me.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's all it is.
It was
Every time I hear stories like this, I always realize what a great childhood we had, Eric.
Yeah.
getting run over by cars.
Honestly, you two have, like you guys and Omar have
We've
such
had a
nice
crazy
dads.
life, but it's still, like, really nice.
Yeah. I'm always jealous.
It's always like, oh, like,
dads.
my dad touched me or my dad hit me, and me and Eric are like, can't relate.
Yeah.
We had a great childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad built me a go-kart, and guess what? I got it broken. I went down a hill, and Eric wasn't watching the street.
Oh. I was like, what?
There was a lot of birthdays that I had where it was more a party for, like, my parents. Where I hate tres leches cake, but that was the cake that they get.
Dude, that cake
love
is
Tres
so
They would make
gross.
all this food that I did not give a fuck about. So it was literally like I'd get a couple presents.
There was
which would
no
be
chicky
fine,
tendies anywhere around.
But that was it. Like I would clock out like 7 p.m. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm ready to go home. This isn't even for me.
Man,
but
you're just still there.
I had the one that when I turned 10 years old, I will never forget it. It was like a dog themed birthday party. It was like puppy plates, puppy like party
Like
hats,
in-
puppy goodie bags.
There's also a bunch of pictures of Jam different years during Halloween where her costume is a puppy.
Yeah, I love dogs.
And Nintendogs.
Hell yeah. And, like, I got, like, 3 different cakes that year. I remember everybody showed up because we had just, like, finished moving into that house, so we got, like, new couches. And then I didn't fucking cheap out on the goodie bags because I'm like, no, I don't want none of this mazapan shit. I don't want none of these chiclets. I don't want none of this bogus-ass little,
Those
like,
are actually really good.
Have you ever
wrap-up
gotten
candies.
like a goodie bag and there's just a whole orange in it? Orange and 3 pennies.
I had pelones, duvalines, but just the strawberry vanilla flavor, because those are the only ones that matter. I had a rocaleta, and then I had,
Hell yeah.
like, maybe just a couple, like... I had that lollipop that's shaped like a chicken.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. And
Yeah.
all
All that
night I was
chicken
just
candy.
sucking on those and the rocaletas, and my tongue started getting cut from all the spice and the texture. And I was just, like, riding my bike throughout the block, and this shit was lit, dude. Then my dad, has to stumble in, kind of shit on the party a little bit. He's drunk out of his mind. And he brought some more of his drunk friends who thought it was his birthday, so they brought him a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
Party's over.
yeah. But it was fine. I
Wrap
just,
this 10 shit
like,
up.
stayed away from him.
Yeah. I just want to say real quick, not all my birthdays have been bad. Ever since me and Stephanie have been, like, together.
Nice.
Or even a little before we've been together. She's gone out of her way to make my birthdays great. Like, I think for my 21st, one of those, it was a 20-something birthday. She went to McDonald's and got me that amount of hash browns, and then made me a hash brown cake. And I fucking love McDonald's hash browns. So, like, I tore that motherfucker
I
up.
think she was trying to kill you.
That's alright. That probably gave me the diabetes.
That's probably what did it.
And,
Did you have diabetes before you met her?
no.
No.
Oh, shit.
Stephanie, we got some talking to do.
And she has this tendency to not buy things for people if she doesn't like them, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has to like the thing in order to, like, buy it for you. And for my birthday, she bought me this Demon King figure that she didn't like. She had no idea what it was about, but she went out of her way to get it for me, and I was like, I appreciate that. And it's
Wow.
one of my favorite figures.
Whenever I've had good birthday memories, it's all because of Jam, because she knows how to do birthdays and I don't.
Thank you.
So
No, every birthday I've had, a lot of them, if it wasn't because of you, I'd just be lonely. So,
I feel like I always fuck up your birthdays, though,
no.
because I don't know how to celebrate mine. So, in turn, I don't know how to celebrate yours.
No. That's why he goes out of his way to make it a good birthday, so
And I still feel like it's
I
bad.
appreciate Omar.
It's the effort that matters.
I guess so.
When
What
you have
the-
us who have, like, shitty birthdays, you're going out of your way to make it a good birthday. That's what counts.
I took Jam this year to a Michelin star restaurant.
What's
Pimps.
that?
All right,
Like the
take
Michelin
me,
Man?
Take me one.
Yeah,
Literally.
the Michelin Man. He gives ratings on restaurants.
The highest authority
Caliber
in
of-
restaurants is
Yeah.
Michelin tires.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I swear to God it is. All right, Eric, you said you had a birthday story?
It wasn't as crazy as Mario's story. We were on the way to Mexico when I was 12, and we were going through the border, and we were there long enough for it the next day to go, which is the 21st of August.
Mm-hmm.
So we were there long enough for the day to switch. So I turned 13 on the border.
At the border.
That was the funnier thing that happened to me. But there was another time I went to a birthday party with someone. This is like funny with you, Mario, because I know like you hate Coke, or when people bring like drugs like that. And there was one time where I actually went with Juan, Guitar Juan, and
That's his name?
Because it's Guitar Juan
it
and
was the singer Juan. It was singer Juan and then Guitar Juan.
because we had a like a Death Clock cover band when we were in high school, and it was literally me, Erik, Juan, and then other Juan, and that's the only way we distinguish them.
I know,
Their last names are too long; it doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, that makes sense. I even had a Metallica and Death Clock cover band. They called Metallic Glock.
No, that's
Metallic?
us.
Or was that you guys?
No,
that was you guys?
It was
us.
Metallic
no,
Clock.
No,
Metallic
no,
Clock?
it was. No, he says that Surratt would say that, but like that was
That was your thing?
that was us. And then I was like, no, he wasn't. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you did. I was like, no. I was like, that was me and Alan's band.
It was
He
literally
was like, were you guys in the same band? And we were like, no.
he came to one practice.
There was
like,
two of the
It didn't
same
work
band
out.
in the,
Yeah, it
in the
didn't work
area.
out.
That's funny.
But so we went to a party. The party was okay. We didn't like being there, but we were getting ready to go. And then this guy comes up to Juan, and he's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "I got some stuff. You trying to go in the back?" I think he wanted to buy some. The guy's like, "Yeah, I have like some stuff you can buy. Meet me back here." And Juan's like, "Okay." And then we were already walking this car. He's like, "I'm gonna grab some money. I'm gonna buy some stuff, and we're just gonna head out." I was like, "Okay, that's fine." So as he goes, someone comes out from the party and like opens his trunk. And it was either a paintball or a BB gun. And this dude's like drunk. You could tell he is. So he comes out and grabs it out of the trunk. And I'm just like standing there like by where his car is. 'Cause we were parked in the driveway. And I was like looking at him.
Like, what is he going to do?
And like he goes back into the garage that they're partying in. And then Juan comes running from the back of the garage, and he's like, let's go. And I was like, why? And he's like, dude, I'll tell you in the car. And we're going he's like running to his car, but I'm like walking to it, and all you hear is like the gunshots of the BB gun or whatever the hell it was, like going off. And I was like, oh, hell no. So we get in the car, he's like, that dude tried to sell me coke. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, I thought we were going to go back there, and he was going to like pull out some weed, and we were going to smoke for a bit. He's like, he was in front of me. And he's like, all right, here's good. And he said that like he's getting like some money out of his wallet, and he like looked up, and the dude had the coke like right up to his face, like open, like if he wanted some. And he like freaked out and like ran away from the dude. And I was like, hell yeah, I would.
And so the guy responded with trying to shoot at him with a BB gun.
No, this
that's
was
two separate things
another
that are
guy.
happening.
Oh.
So as he walked off, I was just kind of like,
It just got chaotic
I was
all
like,
at
whatever,
once.
I'll just wait here. I was like, because if I'm not to say that it would have happened, but had Juan needed my help, I could have just ran after.
Right.
So I was like, okay. I was like, whatever, I'll just wait here. So then this guy comes like stumbling out of the party. I was like, what's this?
So it was just all
And he,
happening
like,
at the
opens
same
his
time.
trunk, fumbling around and like pulls out like, and I was like, is that a gun? Kind of look, and I see the little air canister. I was like, that's like a paintball or a BB gun. Goes stumbling back into the party, and then like I said, as I was walking away, all you hear was the dude. I was like, oh my fuck! I was like, hell no! I was like, there's like 20 drunk people in this garage. This dude probably just started like, hey, watch this, and started shooting up people. I was like, hell,
Damn,
no.
dog.
And then I found out Juan almost did coke by not even by choice either. I was like,
Had he have taken like one deep breath, he would have done coke.
Yeah.
If he sneezed too hard.
yeah. And then
he sneezed at the moment they put it up to
and
his
then we
face.
just left. And then I guess every year on my birthday, if someone else blew out my candles, I'd start crying.
I remember that.
You remember that,
There
Alex?
was
Our
one-
little
That'd
cousin
be
Pedro.
fucking traumatic, dude.
Didn't we used to have wrestling cakes?
Yeah, that's what happened. We had it was
There was a ladder match going
three.
on one of the cakes.
It was me, Erik, and someone else's birthday. Like we had 3 cakes, and our little cousin Pedro came up and blew his candles out. Like before they even sang the song, and Erik started crying.
Damn. How old were you at that point?
It was
Probably like 10. Past 10,
12.
Past 10 for sure. I was mad, dude. I love blowing out my
Where
cake.
is he at now? I'm gonna
He's in
beat his
jail.
ass.
No, he's not in jail.
He's not in jail anymore.
No.
So we
But
can beat his ass.
That's another story. I don't really remember too much of my birthdays. I just know that the last couple ones have been like awful. like just terrible. But here's the thing, like my ex, she made them really, really sweet. Like I think one of the, well, I want to say the best birthday I've had. We went to the city. We got like a really nice place, and we were walking around, like checking out all these restaurants, and then the next morning she woke me up and she's like, "Hey, let's go. I got a surprise for you." So she literally gives me the address, but refuses to like show me the name of the place we're going to. So we're driving in like this industrial like area of Chicago. I'm like, this is sketchy as fuck. She's like, no, we're almost there. We're almost there. And the GPS says we're like 2 minutes away. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I'm like, well, what the?
I'm gonna get my ass beat.
Like, what the fuck is going on? So she's like, here, pull into here. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is an airport strip. And she's like, yeah, this is it. This is it. And like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm either I was just that dumb, or I was like that hungover, or just I really couldn't grasp like just how crazy this gift was gonna be. We pull up and then there's a security guy. I'm like, I can't go in there. There's like a gate and a security guard there. Like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah, go up. And then I like pull up to the security guard, like freaking out. Like, what the hell am I supposed to tell him? Like, yo, can you let me in? And then he looks at us like he kind of, because my car's really low. He kind of like bends down. And he's like, can I help you? And I just like,
I don't know.
I was like, and I was like freaking out. And then like my ex, she kind of like puts her head kind of in front of me to talk to, basically like puts herself over my lap to talk to a guy, because like that angle she couldn't really even see him. She's like, yeah, we're here for the helicopter tour. And I was there like looking at both of them back and forth, like with my mouth wide open. I'm like, what? Like, it was so cool, dude. Like we literally took a helicopter tour of the city. And it was the wildest shit ever. Wow! It was like the smallest helicopter. It was the pilot and then 2 other seats. It was
that scary?
Oh wow!
It was exciting. I wasn't scared. I have a thing with heights, but that honestly, that was like the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
But
and the thing like in that Drake and Josh episode didn't happen where the pilot gets knocked out.
No.
What did he say? He's like 1 in 5 people don't even make it to the ground.
Oh, what the fuck?
When they're skydiving.
Yeah.
1 to 5 people don't
He
even
did that.
make it to the ground.
He got that Peggy Hill body count.
Yikes. The only thing is there's no manure fields for me to land in, so like it's straight pavement. But that was cool, dude. Like I had a great time. Like
but the point was not to jump out, right? You just did that on yourself?
No, I mean, no, it wasn't skydiving. No, it was just a helicopter tour, and like,
That's cool.
I know that she also set up the hotel room like really nice with like a bunch of candles and all. But the thing is, like, we got there, obviously she couldn't go there ahead of time to like plan or to set up or anything. So she literally had me sit in a closet for about 20 minutes in the hotel. She's like, just stay in here. I'm like, well, why? What am I? And I remember, I don't know the exact date, but I remember what day it was because I was going through my phone, and that's when there was a shooting that had happened.
Oh god!
And it was happening like live because I was literally like following all the live tweets about it. I'm like, holy shit! Like someone's shooting. I think it was a school or like it was like a factory or something. But I was like, oh man, this is terrible. And then she like opens the door and she's like all dressed up. She's got like that pink wig that I told you about. Like there's candles everywhere, and I'm like, how did you like? And the first, I was like completely shocked, but I remember saying like, how are we supposed to turn these candles off without like setting off the fire alarm? And she's like, oh, I didn't think about this. There's literally like there's like 30 or 40 candles like laid out, and I'm like, holy shit! Like,
so she put a lot of fire hazards.
She put a lot of fire hazards in there, but it was cool, dude. Like it had a hot tub, like we were just drinking and just having a great time. That was fun.
Nice.
But then like after me and her split, I think my uncle died on my birthday, so my parents weren't there.
Damn.
And then the next year, my grandpa got sick, so my parents were in Florida, and I was like by myself. And then like the next following 2 birthdays, with this last chick that I was with, she didn't text me all day, and she waited till like 11:59 to say, "Oh, happy birthday! You thought I forgot, haha." And I'm like, dude, my birthday.
You're like, that's not funny.
I was like, my day has been terrible. Like, I just needed to hear from you once.
Oh man.
So, and then the next year, she got me like some furniture, like some buildable furniture from like Michael's. I'm like, oh, cool, this is cool. And I mean, I wasn't really sure what to do with it. It's still in my closet. I haven't built it.
You've had it for a year now?
Yeah, it's because it's kind of like a Gundam set where you like pop off it's pieces of like soft plywood and you just pop the pieces off and like build them and stuff.
But that's still sitting there.
It's still sitting there, yeah. One day I'll build them if I'm feeling real sad. That's
I
pretty much it.
I also have some IKEA things that I got to build that I've had for like 2
I love
years.
building IKEA things though. Those are adult Lego
Ooh,
sets.
I went caveman on my thing I built. I didn't. But could you believe Bob doesn't have a hammer?
Oh, because they're all in the bucket.
No, they're not.
They're all in the
okay,
bucket.
hold on. No,
So
because we had a tool. Okay, so if he doesn't have them, then I have them because
Okay.
the tool bucket. Because I got my dad for Father's Day or his birthday. We got him a big like you've seen it, the big red toolbox. Because he's literally his whole life he's never had a toolbox bigger than like this. So he literally has all his tools like in tool
like
buckets.
Wendy's pickle buckets.
Pickle buckets.
Okay, so I have you to blame that I used a piece of wood to build my vinyl record.
You could have asked if I had a
Because I
hammer.
asked Pal, I was like, "Hey, you got a hammer?" And he's like,
'Cause I literally
he's
have, like,
it's
5
probably
hammers.
he's like look in the thing in the shelf, if not look in one of the buckets. I was like, okay, so I didn't find it. So
How many
actually,
pickle
at
buckets
first,
do you have
what
in your house?
At first, what I used was
lot.
it came with like little cardboard like sleeves, like not sleeves, but like cut up cardboard to hold the wood from like not scratching in the box. So I grabbed one of those, would place it on where I needed to hammer, and I'd grab a big ass wrench, and I was just like, I was just like hitting away at this thing. And then my dad
And he was
ended
just
up,
going, the whole time.
yeah, I did that, and
You
then
realize
you know
that-
what? I did grab a brick. I did at one point use a brick too.
You
I was
realize
like,
Was there pornography?
Hammers are like
attached to it?
$3 at Harbor Freight. You know that?
yeah,
And they
but
sell
it
the
was
ones that
also
are
like 11 o'clock at night.
And
It was the day I got it. I wanted to build it, and I was like, "Damn, we don't have a hammer." And I was like, "Okay, I'll wait till tomorrow so I can start banging at this thing." I actually had to use a rock to hammer this thing.
Wait,
I
when
could-
did you say your birthday was?
September 7th.
Okay, we'll make this good.
Yeah, we
You're a
gotta
good
make
year.
it a good
All right,
one.
we're
Hell
gonna-
yeah.
helicopter tour part 2.
It's too close.
But we all fit in the one little helicopter.
I'm just so happy that it happened. Well, not. Oh, okay, hold on. There's gonna be a hot take. I'm just so happy that September 11th didn't happen on my birthday because it's.
Yeah, that sucks. That's like a horrible day to have a birthday.
Right?
Or like even to have a birthday like after it, like that would have sucked. Like
September
it's
12th?
still too close. Like September, like that whole week is just like it's bad.
Yikes
time.
territory.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're about 30 minutes into this episode, but what we normally do on the Spit Bucket is we bring up some funny news stories from around the world. And I got one. We're staying in the country, but we're going to North Carolina. Whoa, that was fucked up.
I love North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Ain't North Carolina like super racist?
Absolutely, they are.
I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
both of them were.
Which one, north and east? Country boy.
All right, so the story that I got for us this week, good way of celebrating birthdays, right, is a little bit of pizza, the God's
Yeah.
pie. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What happened here, though, can probably change that forever. Ellen, let me know if this
What
is
had happened?
I'm getting
Let me know if this ever happened to you at work.
triggering
He's
me.
getting heat
That
flash.
would still a pizza.
And it's not from eating 30 pizzas and
You see that?
40 pizzas in 30
I didn't look up because I should have looked it up. But Papa John, like I'm scared. I'm scared
I
for
don't know if he's
myself.
okay.
Yeah, he's not. Like I'm scared that he's gonna put salmonella in all the meats. And,
Well,
Yeah.
he doesn't do like pizza.
Well,
This is like Pizza Hut.
he put
doesn't
up a
do
video
Papa
on
John's stuff anymore. right?
he put up a video of him.
But he knows
on
where they
New
get their
Year's saying
stuff.
that he's gonna do 40 pizzas in 30 days or 50
Yeah.
pizzas.
I
in 30
thought he did do that. That's why he looked greasy.
Well, that's because of all the plastic surgery that he did. But
I'm basically the Papa John's of the Spit Bucket. In the past 24 hours, I've watched 10 hours of wrestling.
You're a racist?
What?
Yeah, that's
Want
what.
to rub my feet?
That's what you got out of that, Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a racist.
Yeah.
Who?
Papa,
Papa
John.
John.
Papa.
Oh, shit.
You're a sweet pappy.
That's not what I'm talking about.
The guy that you praise.
I do not.
I don't.
You don't what?
I no longer follow the Papa.
yeah, two
Stop calling him that.
two pizza kingpins are now dead
Yeah.
since his announcement of the reckoning, the day of reckoning. So
The day of reckoning is coming.
have you heard him talk?
talks
Only
like-
in commercials.
He talks like Bane now.
Only when he said better pizza, better ingredients.
Alan, tell me if this has ever happened to you.
All right.
So, a North Carolina family cooks a frozen pizza, accidentally bakes a snake.
What?
No.
You guys ever
What?
pull it?
How?
You guys ever have a snake in your oven?
No, thank
Oh, was
God.
that what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. What the hell?
Ooh, I've had a mouse in my toilet before.
Ew.
Ew.
What'd you do?
Shit on him?
that
You're not gonna like this one, little
that
friends.
first house I moved in when I just got to Waukegan, my parents were moving out, but it also overlapped with the time that I was going to be in Mexico. When I left for the trip, we were still in that house. When I came back, they were in the new house. So I got home at like maybe 5 in the morning, and then I go to the bathroom, turn on the light. My first time using this bathroom, there's a rat swimming in the toilet.
You're like, am I still in Mexico?
Yeah, I'm like, Amma! And then she comes up and she's like, oh shit. And she's just like, okay,
I know what to
leave
do.
the room.
Piece of shit.
Closes the lid, flushes the toilet.
Send that shit back to hell.
Rip.
Wasn't that how Ratatouille got in the sewer?
Ratatouille was in a sewer?
Fuck that movie.
No, you're thinking of Flushed Away.
No, I'm thinking of Ratatouille.
You're thinking about Finding Nemo.
I saw Ratatouille for the first time, and the only thing I didn't like was the animations in that movie.
You mean
That's
the whole
thing you
movie?
didn't like?
That's
Not
the
fact
entire
it was a little
movie.
Gross ass
See,
rat.
Just like the live action parts?
The thing that I'm glad they did was that they couldn't, like, they didn't understand him. Like, he could talk,
Oh,
but, like, I'm glad they weren't like, oh, you can speak? Like, you're a magic rat?
Yeah.
Like,
A
it wasn't, like, the
magic
point of the
rat.
movie wasn't that this rat knew how to cook. and he was controlling this guy, it was that they could like understand him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna cook all the food." It was nasty as shit when at the end of the movie all the rats like take over the kitchen and cook all the food. I was like, "That's gross." I was like, "That is nasty," but I'm just glad they couldn't understand them talk.
Yeah, but how hot was Linguini's girlfriend or whatever? His name is?
Linguini, was that?
Oh
his name?
yeah, the girl with,
Yeah.
with like the
purple hair?
bob cut.
Yeah.
That big ass nose though.
Hell yeah.
She looked like Phineas.
What you
but-
trying to do with that nose, girl? What that nose do?
What it probably hasn't done before is cook a snake alive. So the North Carolina family was planning a simple meal of frozen pizza. I wonder if it was Jack's pizza.
I hope it was Jack's
Daddy's the best pizza. Instead, their night was ruined by a snake that had crawled into their oven. And here is the snake after the
Get
fact.
fucking
How the snake be
Shrek.
Pass it
crawling?
down here.
Yeah,
Pass it
'cause
down here.
I have terrible vision.
Pass it. There you go.
Let's see. Holy shit.
What the?
He
That's
didn't
a
put it in
big
my hand
snake.
first. True piece
Foul,
of shit.
man.
Nasty.
True piece of shit.
Ya foul.
See?
That's how you pass the
Gentleman.
phone.
Ooh, that shit not cool.
Oh,
dog.
that looks
That's a
like that looks
big
like
fucking
white. That
snake.
looks like white poo. You know, like dog
Yeah.
poo when it turns white. That's what that looks like.
Amber Helm. So Amber Helm and her husband Robert were cooking a frozen pizza
Robert.
Monday night. I wonder if they were watching Monday Night Raw when they suddenly started seeing smoke coming out of their oven. I opened up the oven and thought, is this part of the oven? I looked more closely, and it was a snake. The mother of two said that she did not know how the snake had gotten into her oven or how long it had been there. Her husband was tasked with cleaning up the 18-inch long creature.
Yo.
I put the oven on safe clean mode, and then I pulled out that crispy critter. So it was stiff when it came out.
Did they eat it?
Yeah.
Wait, you gotta put it on a separate mode to clean the oven? You can't
didn't
just
know.
open that bitch up and...
Well, there's that thing where ovens can clean themselves by like going to like super high temperatures to kill everything, all
Really?
the germs.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the stuff
our
that-
oven has it.
That's brand new.
I don't think you can cook anything in that though.
That
It's like-
rich.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why it was crispy, because originally you see when it's like poo colored, it's like soft. So they made it crispy by putting it into that auto mode. They wanted to really make sure it was dead. So the
I
group...
guess that way, like, if they poked at it on accident, it wouldn't, like, spill out any
Yeah.
juices.
Yeah.
They wanna make
ugh.
that shit
They made
dry.
it evaporate though, so it covered the walls of the oven. So needless to say, the group did not eat the pizza that night. And
Why
they-
not? It'll touch the
why
pizza.
not? That was only that was under the bottom rack.
well, the thing is, do you know how heat rises? So the heat of the snake was cooking into the pizza.
So it
Some
has the
people
essence
eat
of snake. Hell
That
yeah.
would have been
Yeah.
fine.
What kind of snake was this though?
What does it say?
No,
cooked one.
they couldn't tell. It was too crispy. I have 2 little boys, so I'm just concerned, she said. And that was pretty much it. The family is now looking to have someone come in and check their house for snakes. But maybe it came with the pizza.
I don't think so.
I
That's
had
too
one
big
of
a
my
snake.
dogs once before come towards me with what I thought was a stick in his mouth, but it was just a very crispy snake.
Ooh, it was left out in the sun. Would you guys eat a snake?
Yeah.
I want to try it.
You'd try it?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
If it was
Like-
a thick enough snake.
Is it like to say it this
Nasty.
way is kind of funny, but like, is it like cooked properly, or is it just like someone's like, "Hey, you want a snake?" and they hand me like a charred thing on a stick?
Well, what if that's the proper way of cooking it?
I wouldn't eat street food snake. I'd eat like a
At a
I'd
restaurant?
eat it like a restaurant snake, but not street food.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
that's
right on
fair.
that.
I hope when we're in Mexico, they have those places where we could try bugs.
Hell nah.
I'll eat a
I ain't
bug.
doing that shit. We don't roll like that in Acapulco. Hell nah.
Fine, I'll just eat turtle eggs. Sea turtle eggs.
Hell yeah. The last time I went, I was hanging out with one of my mom's sisters, and usually I'm with my dad's side of the family, and we were taking a bus from Acapulco to our town's called San Luis, and the guy was looking at our tickets to see what our final stop was, and he's like, "Oh, San Luis, y'all be shooting down there, huh?" And we're like, yikes.
Yes, sir.
But he's like, "Le gusta la balacera, verdad?" I'm like, "Sure do, sir. Have a nice afternoon."
Yikes.
Yeah. My cousin was showing me a video from New Year's of last year. And it was just like assault rifles going off into the air, like
Yikes.
back to back to back. And then you can hear my dad going, "Oh shit," when they reload and go and spray the air one more time. Badass, dude.
I wonder how many people died that night.
Right?
From just falling bullets.
1,000 ways to die. I'll tell you that.
That shit freaks me out.
Yeah.
I'm scared to go out there.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd stand out. Like,
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, whenever you and me used to go to Mexico, like, I not when we were kids, but like when we got a little older, my mom was always like, "Hey, like, watch out how you talk because like they can tell you're from, even if you spoke good Spanish, like even my mom, they know that she's from a different part of Mexico, like just by the way she talks."
Yeah.
Right.
So
I feel like I look like I belong there because I'm still nice and toasty. But as soon as I open my mouth, they'd know.
yeah.
This last time that I went, I remember we were going to go get like tortillas from somewhere like in the morning, and there was like people like setting up their shops, all this shit. And the two cousins I was with are brown as can be. Like they're like maybe twice a year, so they like know the people. And then here comes me in a tank top and like little shorts, and like the sun is like reflecting off of me and my like white ass thighs, and you can see people like stopping their like bikes and turning to look at me, and people like, and kids just staring at me, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm about to get snatched up real quick.
That's
But I
what I
need
think.
it.
Someone about to buy me some
think-
chocolate chip pancakes.
I think someone's gonna mistake like my tattoos for something, and I can't have that happen.
Yeah.
Because don't they say that about Japan too? Like if you have tattoos to cover
Oh
them
yeah,
up.
you guys said that whole they think you're like Yakuza or like just gang related,
Well,
right?
if you're Japanese with tattoos, but because they just have to, they can't say if you're Yakuza don't come in. They just have to say everyone with tattoos can't come in.
Yeah.
But it's really just for the Yakuza.
Yeah, but there's like onsen specifically.
For people with tattoos.
Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna go.
Dude, that's where I need to go.
Well, you
I
just
wanna-
have
yeah.
anime girl tattoos. I'm pretty sure they'd be okay with
No,
that.
even those they.
It's very frowned upon. I think you need like a doctor's license to be a tattoo artist
Well,
down there.
I don't, not yet, but that's what they're trying to propose.
Because I know that's what it's like in South Korea. You need to be a doctor to also be a tattoo
That's why
artist.
they go to Japan. But now if that happens in Japan, then they're also fricked.
I'm trying to get a tattoo when I go to Japan too.
I'd like to, but I just didn't look up any shops.
Oh, so-
and I didn't want
so-
to just walk into one.
I want to get the needle ones.
That
Oh,
sounds
shit.
I feel like that hurt like a lot.
Yeah, it does hurt a lot.
And those,
I have
when you first get them,
bad
they look
paint
dull,
tolerance.
but they start looking better the longer you have
Yeah.
them.
Huh?
Yeah, they gain color with time, which
That's
is cool.
weird.
Yeah.
That's
Interesting. Anyways, so from the New York Post, angry tortoise sets house on fire on Christmas Day.
Tourist or tortoise?
Tortellini,
Oh, yeah.
tortuous.
A turtle.
Like
Turtle.
a tortuga.
a big turtle,
Turtles.
set a house
Me too, Mario.
on fire. An angry British tortoise managed to set his house on fire on Christmas Day, and didn't look thrilled when the firefighters extinguished the blaze and saved his shell. So, the 45-year-old reptile was home alone in Essex on Wednesday
Dude,
afternoon.
I'm so confused. Is this
Wait.
Franklin the turtle?
Well, let me show you the turtle. He's not happy about being rescued.
He does look
Oh,
mad.
shit.
He's very mad.
Yeah, he upset, dog.
He's thrashing.
Yeah, so
Wait, so is this article from the perspective of this turtle? Because you said the 45-year-old turtle.
Yeah.
Like this is like a person they're talking about.
no, it's a 45-year-old tortoise.
Okay, go on.
So the 45-year-old reptile was home alone in Essex on Wednesday afternoon when he knocked over a heat lamp. And who the fuck still has a heat lamp?
Right?
Well, that's what you
Well, it's
keep
for the
turtles. in.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, for the tank.
Because all right, that makes sense. You right. Setting his bedding alight. The Essex
Oh,
County
shit.
Fire Rescue Service said a neighbor heard a smoke alarm and alerted authorities, and firefighters responded to find one room in the house ablaze with the rest of the property filled with smoke, officials say.
Turtle was like coming out of it.
He's coming out all
Slowly
badass.
walking.
Like literally, he's doing the slow motion effect, but that's just how he walks.
Hell yeah.
Crews managed to extinguish the fire and found the surly, soot-covered tortoise inside. The fire department shared an image on Facebook.
that noise it makes when it's doing it.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell.
Yeah. So the fire department shared an image on Facebook of the tortoise who appeared to be giving someone a serious stink eye despite his lucky escape. Quote, the 45-year-old tortoise might look angry, but it's his lucky day. After he set his bedding alight, his neighbor heard the smoke alarm and called us. Our on-call crews left their families to extinguish the fire and gave him a Merry Christmas.
He doesn't know it's Jesus'
Oh.
birthday.
No, okay, so the fire department are saying like all of our crew left their families to go extinguish this fire to give him a Merry Christmas, the turtle.
What if the turtle was Jewish?
I respect firefighters, but come on, that's your fucking job. Like, you don't need to make it about you.
Yeah,
said if it was-
they're saying that like
If it was any other day, we would have let that turtle burn.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what they're saying.
This tortoise had a very lucky Christmas day. He is 45 years young and will now hopefully continue to live a long, happy life thanks to working smoke alarms, said Wayne, a watch manager at the Great Dumbow Fire Station.
They said with any luck, he'll outlive his owner.
I think he might have done it on purpose.
Wait, where are the owners in this?
I guess they're not home. Responding to the Facebook post, one person asked if the neighbor who raised the alarm was another tortoise. They responded by saying, "Don't be silly, Sandra. It would take far too long for a tortoise to get to the phone."
Man, I hate this fire department. They're the real heel turn of 2020.
They're talking like this turtle's like a real life person. I mean, I'm glad they saved this turtle's life. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
But they're talking like this is like someone they needed to
I'm
save.
also curious as to how the fuck that heat lamp was set up. Because how does that turtle just fucking push it
How
up?
did they knock it over? I mean, it's a big turtle.
If it's in a tank,
How did the
that's
turtle
a big
survive?
Turtle, so what size tank was it in? Also,
'Cause I think-
it must have like gotten up and like
Yeah.
opened the thing.
Well, do you guys remember at the mall at Gurnee when they used to have like the tortoises and like all the reptiles?
By
Hell yeah.
Rainforest Cafe,
And I just want to bring
and they had that oldest turtle,
Yeah, well,
and they were set when they closed it down. They sold it for like $500.
That's it?
I wanted my parents to buy me that turtle.
Oh,
because they
that's
also
sad.
had, I think the anaconda that they had in there went to like the Chicago Zoo. Like the
I missed that
Brookfield
turtle.
Zoo.
I wonder.
And the alligator too. Anyways, they didn't have it in an enclosure. They just had like these wooden sticks to separate off of. So maybe they had it something like that.
Yeah, but that
Like,
would have
just
had to
cornered
been, that
off
would have
in a
had to
room?
been like a huge heat lamp.
Yeah.
Because to have like an open area, to have like a tiny heat lamp, or
Yeah.
just to like lay under.
I remember in elementary school we used to have to like take turns cleaning out. We had hamsters, fish, and turtles, and it was my turn to help with cleaning the turtles. And we put the heat lamp. We took the turtles out of the tank, put them in a bowl, put the heat lamp next to the bowl to like keep them warm still. Dude, that shit melted through the fucking bowl. That water was like all over the floor. And we're like, why is the floor wet? We've been like good about making sure. And then the turtles were like,
Electrocuted.
damn near.
We got one more story to close out the episode on.
I have one, but the only reason it caught my attention was because the quote tweet to this story: 4 Michigan men arrested for driving horse and buggy while drunk.
Amish country.
Oh god, this is from the New York Post too, and this is the first opening line. Something about this seems Amish.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Tell me why I was saying that in my head before you said that out loud.
4 young Michigan men were arrested for driving under the influence in a horse and buggy, authorities said. The Baldwin County deputies caught the foursome all under the legal drinking age.
Can you say that again?
Allegedly tossing beer cans out of the ride around 4 p.m. on a Sunday.
Can you even get arrested? Like, the horse is the one doing the driving. If the horse is drunk, that's when you should arrest them.
Yeah, does that count as?
Unfortunately, it
Because
counts.
horses know their way home.
You can
Oh, well,
because
'cause
you're still operating it technically. So like
Yeah,
you can cause some serious damage.
I forgot
if
you can still get like arrested for riding your like a bicycle, like not a motorcycle but a bicycle. You could still get arrested for
What about a skateboard?
Probably.
I mean, if you still have like the alcohol, yeah.
What if I'm just skating with my bros?
You're
That's
gonna get
against the law,
arrested
dog.
with your bros.
Damn.
When stopped by the officers, the men at first provided bogus ages and refused to give their names. Deputies said that they found several more containers of beer inside and that all 4 men were intoxicated. So it gives their names: Levi Mast, 20, Andrew Zook, 19, Joseph Miller, 20, and Joseph Troiler, 19.
Where was this?
This is in Michigan.
Oh, so they're all
And-
underage too. Wow.
Yeah, they were all issued civil infractions for being minors in possession of alcohol. Each was released Monday on a $3,500 bond. But the thing that attracted me the most about this story is that if you look at the picture, and people were like, why they all look like they live in the same village that Shrek does.
Oh.
They all look like Shrek characters.
Ew.
They do. They have.
They look
They
terrible.
all look like Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have his haircut.
They look like really bad
Do
DreamWorks
Amish people
animation.
have to make their own beer?
I don't think they drink, do
Because
they?
they don't buy things, right?
Yeah, I don't think they're supposed
Well,
to
no-
drink until they do that one thing where they leave for like a year to see if they want to stay Amish or not.
Yeah.
And they don't get to drink unless they come back.
No. They don't get to drink it when they come back at all.
Oh,
You're only allowed to drink during that time where you're like away from being Amish, where you're technically not Amish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they give you like once you're old enough, they send you out into the world to basically explore. I'm gonna look up the exact term. Basically, they give you a choice as an adult, like to either come back to your community or to, like if it's the life that you want to live. A lot of times they just kind of do it as a vacation and then they'll just go back home
Yeah.
because it's like the only life they've ever known.
Right. They're basically like homeschool kids, but like IRL.
home life.
But they're home life.
I'd like to be Amish just to make my own clothes.
Yeah, you
They're
gotta,
not allowed to use
and
zippers.
build my own.
it's
house.
called Rumspringa.
They can't
have
use
to be
zippers
Amish.
though.
You can
That's
just
fine.
Make your own clothes.
But they won't let you mix fabrics and you can't have zippers. So if you're just gonna wear cotton, it has to all be cotton.
Or if you're gonna wear wool, you gotta
Just
be
Nah, I
wool.
want cashmere.
I think you also have to make that. Do you know how to make cashmere?
Nope, but they'll show me.
I just want to build one barn in my life.
True.
That's as Amish as I want to get.
They be getting the shit up quick. Though.
Yep, hell yeah, they do.
If you're Amish, can you still be drafted to World War III?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No? Why
Like,
not?
You weren't even born in a fucking hospital. They don't know you exist.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're born in like goat water, right? Or horse water.
Yeah, the goat is your nurse.
I feel
Man,
bad talking about Amish people like that, but I feel like that's probably the truth.
the thing, Eric, is that if you're Amish, you're never gonna listen to this podcast because you can't.
Yeah, but we're still talking shit about him. Well,
No,
I'm
we're
talking
not.
shit about him.
You are. You guys
I
are.
feel
Not
bad
me.
that I'm saying.
I want to be Amish.
Yeah, me too.
Don't a lot of Amish men frick goats?
All right.
I
Well,
don't
with
know
that,
if that's true.
That's
I don't know if
true.
that's
Like
true.
I remember watching the
Amish Mafia.
that Finding Amish show on TLC. They talk about a lot how like men are very like horny down there. That they'll be as desperate as to frick a goat,
Oh my god.
and that even
Will
like
they fake it
after
to
a
a goat?
woman gives birth, like they're trying to like do them again.
I don't know if that's true, but you guys can let us know if that's true in the comments if you're Amish. Let us know if that happens. If not, let us know where there's a good place to buy some butter. But for now, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at _thesharkboy.
You can find me on Instagram and really wait
You can find me on Instagram and really _cool at .com.
at Twitter.
You can find me on Instagram at long_time with no O and no I. 2 underscores, sorry.
You can find me on Instagram at AlanZF1.
You can find me on anything at Punkname. And
What?
also go listen to our new song at destructionbaby.bandcamp.com.
Guess who recorded that song? Me. Also, what's your nasty Reddit?
I'm not letting you know that.
Nasty Twitter.
It's the same as my nasty Reddit.
I'm gonna find it one day.
We're gonna find it. All right.
If there are any hackers out there, please help
Hack
us out.
Mario.
I want you guys to keep liking me.
That's all right. There's stuff that I won't ever tell these guys because I know they'll never speak to me again.
Hey, that's not true.
No, it's
No,
true.
It's absolutely true.
All right. And with that,
You better tell me.
$800 a month.
Hey, you better tell me.
$800 a month. Alan will tell us all his secrets.
Oh, we should have one where we're just talking about all the bad shit we've ever done, all the nasty shit we've ever done.
No.
No, thank you.
We're good. All
All
right.
right, then I'll just sit in front of a mic.
We'll call it the Nasty Cast.
Oh yeah, the nasty casty.
All right. We'll see you guys next week at the Nasty Casty. Bye.
Bye.
I'm tired. It's dark out now.
I know.
It is.